What I'm going to do now is expand a bit on what might be called the samenesses and differences between ancient epic and adventure video games, and at the same time introduce you, because it's very appropriate to do so at this point, to the first lab report assignment, which is going to be to play a session of really any adventure game you want. You could do Club Penguin, you could do RuneScape, or you could do the game that I've got here, Fable 2. And so I'm going to play a little bit of Fable 2, a kind of mini session, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm asking you to do for the lab report, and why I think that that is going to be a helpful exercise. Alright, we're loading into the game. You'll see we have mood music, which is something that we could compare to various things the bards might do to set up a scene. And so the idea is that as you play, you're thinking about the game in terms of epic. Alright, so this is a quest that I've been asked to do with this young woman. And you'll see a glowing path in front of me. There are ways to deal with that within the framework of epic as well, I think. And the idea of writing the lab report is going to be to describe your gaming session as if it were part of a Homeric epic. You don't have to write in hexameter, and really you don't want to do it as a narrative either. What you want to do is to describe how this narrative that we're constructing, I have to protect her while she carries this big jug. Describe the story that's unfolding here as I play it.
I guess an adventurer could have come in, but
as
what I like, I didn't care about it.
If it were, as if you were analyzing Homeric epic.
Hey, don't you wander off now, boy? Save it up, where it's safe.
I think she's talking to my dog. Yes, there's my dog. Alright. And I can also talk to her. And down into the cave we go. Drawing my sword.
Look up there. They're lovely. I think they're called wisps. Souls of the dead who have left this world. It's actually rather sad, isn't it?
Just to be clear, people in the Living Epic 3-week course aren't required to do these lab reports, but what I'm hopeful about is that in your discussions on the VGHVINet forum, you'll do something like those lab reports, because it's an interesting exercise, or at least I think it's an interesting exercise, and it would be a really good way to get discussion going in the discussions that you are, if you're in that 3-week course, required to do. If you're in the Gaming Homer course, what we're talking about is a 500 to 750 word lab report that describes that story, analyzes that story that I just played, if I were doing the lab report, as an occasion, as a Bardic Occasion. And remember that by Bardic Occasion, I don't mean just the time when everybody got together and listened to the Bard. What I'm talking about is the occasion of storytelling, and in fact the story as it was recomposed. Think as usual about that Lord quotation that I read in the lecture 2 lectures ago, the one about how the song is recomposed every time, how composition and performance are the same. And obviously what I'm saying is it's the same here, and in your lab reports, both your first one and the ones down the road, that's what I'm going to be getting at and trying to get you to get at, so that we can build on this foundation that we're laying in this first module.